Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 safest countries to live in the world. We never imagined war at the edge of Europe in our lifetimes. We never expected a pandemic of such epic proportions. Nor did we expect the United States to suddenly become such an unsafe place due to various reasons. But all these things have happened. And we're still not sure how they'll affect our way of life long term. That's why many people are looking to relocate to safer and more politically stable destinations. In this year, people are asking, which are the safest countries to live in the world? Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 safest countries to live in the world. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 safest countries to live in the world. Number 10 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Japan. There are a number of reasons why Japan is such a safe place to live. For one, the country has a very low crime rate. In recent years there were only 2.3 murders per 100,000 people in Japan, compared to 5 per 100,000 people in the United States. Japan has strict gun control laws that make it difficult for criminals to obtain firearms. Also, the Japanese government has invested heavily in security measures such as CCTV cameras and metal detectors, which help to deter crime. Finally, Japanese culture puts great importance on having respect for others and a commitment to peace. This social norm helps to create a sense of safety and order that contributes to Japan's low crime rate. Number 9 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Singapore. Singapore has tough laws and punishments for criminals. The government takes a zero-tolerance approach to crime, and this helps to deter would-be criminals from committing crimes in the first place. Singapore has a strong police force. The Singapore police force is highly efficient and has a good track record of keeping crime under control. This helps to make Singapore feel safe for its residents and visitors alike. Singapore also has strict gun control laws, which help to prevent gun violence. And finally, Singapore has a strong culture of respect for authority and the law. What's more, Singapore is a clean and orderly country. The city is well organized, and there is a general sense of orderliness among its residents. This creates an overall feeling of safety and security. This means that people are generally law-abiding and don't engage in risky or illegal behavior. Number 8 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Czech Republic. The Czech Republic is a beautiful country with a rich history and culture. It's also an incredibly safe place to live, work, and raise a family. The small Central European nation has a long history of peace and stability, and its low crime rates and lack of terrorism make it a safe place to live. From its well-maintained public transportation system to its many police officers and security cameras, the Czech Republic takes safety seriously. The Czech Republic also has strong gun control laws, which help to keep its citizens safe. What's more, the Czech Republic is a member of NATO, which provides further security, important in these volatile times. Overall, the Czech Republic is a great choice for those looking for a safe and peaceful place to live. Number 7 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Slovenia. Slovenia is a small, almost landlocked country in Central Europe with a population of just over 2 million people. It has a short coastline along the Adriatic Sea, between Italy and Croatia. Despite its size, Slovenia consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world. There were only 1.4 homicides per 100,000 people in Slovenia, compared to a global average of 6.2 per 100,000 people. Similarly, the rate of petty crime, such as theft and vandalism, is also relatively low. Finally, Slovenia also benefits from its location. Nestled between Austria, Hungary, Croatia, and Italy, it's far away from any areas of conflict or unrest. Number 6 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Portugal. Portugal is popular for its stunning scenery, Mediterranean climate, and laid-back vibes. But in recent years, Portugal has also been receiving attention for another reason: its safety. One factor is the low level of income inequality. In Portugal, the wealthiest 20% of households earn just 7.5 times more than the poorest 20%. The country also benefits from a strong rule of law. In Portugal, property rights are well protected and government corruption is relatively rare. This creates a stable environment that discourages crime and promotes economic growth. Portugal has a long history of peaceful relations with its neighbors. It hasn't been directly involved in a major war for over 200 years, and the government remains committed to resolving disputes through diplomacy rather than force. All of these factors combine to create a safe and welcoming environment in Portugal. Number 5 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Austria. It's no secret that Austria is a safe place to live. So what makes Austria so safe? There are a few factors. First, Austria has a low crime rate. There are few violent crimes and property crimes are relatively rare. This makes Austria a very safe place to live. Secondly, the Austrian economy is strong. There's less crime overall, because people are less likely to turn to criminal activity when they have a stable income. Lastly, Austria has a strong government and political system. This ensures that the country is well run and that there's little corruption. All of these factors combine to make Austria a very safe place to live. Number 4 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Denmark. First of all, it has a low crime rate. In recent year, there were only 127 recorded homicides in Denmark, which is an incredibly low number. Secondly, Denmark has a strong economy and welfare system, which helps to reduce inequality and social unrest. Finally, Denmark is a small country with a relatively homogeneous population, which makes it easier to maintain law and order. All of these factors contribute to Denmark's status as a safe haven for its citizens. Number 3 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Ireland. For starters, the country has a low murder rate. In recent year, there were just 33 murders in all of Ireland. That's fewer than 1 per 100,000 people, which is well below the global average. Ireland also has a low rate of violent crime. In fact, according to Eurostat, it had the second lowest rate of violent crime in the European Union. In addition to being one of the safest countries in terms of crime, Ireland is also largely free of conflict and terrorism. Despite Ireland's troubled history, there have been no major terrorist incidents in recent years. Ireland isn't involved in any active conflicts. It has a policy of military neutrality and it's not a member of NATO. Number 2 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is New Zealand. There are several reasons why New Zealand is such a safe place to live. For one, it has a relatively small population and a low crime rate. Additionally, the government is stable and there's little political unrest. Plus, New Zealand is an isolated country, located in the southwest Pacific Ocean, which makes it less susceptible to external threats. In terms of natural disasters, New Zealand is prone to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The good news is, there are strict building codes in place to help protect against earthquake damage. So while there are some risks to be aware of, overall New Zealand is a safe and secure place to live. Number 1 on the list of safest countries to live in the world is Iceland. Iceland also has a low rate of natural disasters, making it a safe place to live. Based on various factors, Iceland ranks as one of the safest countries to live in the world. As well as being ultra-safe, Iceland is also an exceptionally beautiful country. It's home to some of the most stunning natural scenery in the world, including glaciers, hot springs, and waterfalls. So, which is your favorite countries among the top 10 safest countries to live in the world? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite countries among the top 10 safest countries to live in the world in the comments below. I'd love to read them and I'm sure others would too.